Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the other places people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now Anchor can match you with great sponsors too, so you can get paid to podcast. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast and make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. That's anchor.fm/start. Can't wait to hear your podcast.
Thank you for tuning in to the Link Podcast. My name is Siege. I have a few things to get into today. I want to discuss professionalism and the plight of the small business owner and give you guys an update on the Views with Distorted event. All right, so first we're going to start off with the weekly why. My weekly why today is professionalism and the plight of the small business owner. Why do you want professionalism and professional work for non-professional prices? I have people approach me all the time and they want deals, or they want me to do something without a deposit, do something for free. When you go to work every day and you have a guarantee that you'll get paid, when you come into work, your boss does not say, "Can you cut me a deal?" Your boss will not cut you a deal. Your salary has been negotiated. I have negotiated a price with you. Stop coming to me for deals. I actually had a discussion with one of my business partners, someone who I do business with frequently at the Views with Distorted event, and we had this conversation. It boggles my mind how many small business owners come up to me and we have small business discussions, and half of the discussion is, why don't they want to pay me? Stop asking for free stuff. Your boss does not ask you to work for free. If they do, you need a new boss, you need a new job. Stop asking small business professionals to do work for free. It is not free. As I stated last week, you can have my love for free. And even that comes at a cost. You can ask my wife. All right, on to the next thing. We are going to update you on the Views with Distorted event that happened this past Saturday, March the 24th. We appreciate everybody for coming out. Shout out to Army of Dreamers Media Group, who we partner with to throw this event. You can follow them on all of their social media platforms at A.O.D Media Group. Also, stay tuned for exclusive content on all of our social media platforms. On Facebook, you can find us at The Link Entertainment LLC. On Instagram at The Link Entertainment LLC. And on Twitter now at The Link ENT LLC. And we've already started posting content. Well, I posted some pictures on all of our social media sites. And next will be videos. We'll be posting videos as well. We had some dope artists come through. We had Trigno come out of Columbus, Wayne Fowler from Cincy, his brother Mars out of Cincy. We had Key the Dragonfly, and we had Razul the Nobody. I mean, these were great artists, and you can see their performances throughout the week on all of our social media platforms. I wanted to also shout out Jessie's Bristles. She provided all of the easels and helped us with the paint. She showed up. She showed out. We appreciate you. Satele, man, come on now. This dude is one of the best DJs I've ever witnessed in my entire life. This guy was DJing. He was directing the artist. He was setting up lights. He was networking. I mean, this dude is not just a DJ. He's a superhero. Satele probably on a Justice League. So shout out to Satele. We appreciate you. We definitely be using you in the future, man. I appreciate you. Also, security was nice up in that boy. Nobody got in without being checked by security. Matt, Pete, we appreciate you for working the door. I'm even shouting y'all out in here. Also, Idle a While, 6064 Channing Way Boulevard in Columbus, Ohio. Again, Idle a While, 6064 Channing Way Boulevard. If you need a venue, check them out. Everything was clean. Everything was professional. We did not ask them for a deal. We did not ask them for a deal. We paid them. Shout out to Idle a While for allowing us to use the venue and for being so professional. We definitely be using you in the future as well. So in terms of the actual event, Distorted, thank you. You were awesome. You were everything we thought you would be. She stayed and actually had a meet and greet with the fans, took pictures, passed out merchandise. She had merchandise for sale as well. She stayed after the live paint to do all of this. It was just unbelievable. We had no complaints whatsoever. Even the artists stayed to hang out after the sound checks. Even after their performances, they stayed in, hung out, did a meet and greet with everyone, took pictures. Just an organic environment. Also, you did not have to paint to be at this event. Some people came, paid general admission just to hang out and meet Distorted and the artists there. Amazing experience. Definitely have to keep your eyes out for the next one. We will be planning one soon. Well, we are planning one, and the details will be available soon. And just stay tuned for that on all of our social media platforms. And again, at A.O.D Media Group on theirs as well. And that'll be available for you as soon as we get the details. That'll be available for you. All right, so I have a special treat for you. Chanda with the A.O.D Media Group, the actual founder of A.O.D Media Group, sat down and did an interview with me to discuss the Distorted event, Views with Distorted, future plans for events, and also professionalism. So here's that audio. All right, this is Siege with the Link Entertainment. We have Chanda, the founder of A.O.D Media Group. You can follow her again at A.O.D Media Group on all of her social media sites. So first, I appreciate you for coming in. This podcast is about professionalism, but we also wanted to talk about the Views by Distorted event that happened this past weekend. First off, thank you for allowing us to partner with you. And how are you?
I'm good. What up with you, brother?
All right, so for y'all who do not know, this is my sister.
Right. Shout out to my big bro. He been doing his thing. We came together on a collaboration. Always good to get up with family. Also, somebody who's also very professional. Yeah, so basically the Views with Distorted was a vision we had been working on for a minute. We originally had the idea of getting her in October to go more so with her style. But then, we didn't want to rush it. We wanted everything to be done a certain way. So we decided to push it up to March, or push it back to March. And also Distorted, her style is a little quirky, a little out of the box, sometimes gory, but it's still, the tones to it go great with the atmosphere in March, I thought. And then also just being the first intimate event, having it, coming off of the winter seemed like a good move. So that's how we decided to do that. But yeah.
So what was your impression of the overall event? I thought it was pretty, I discussed earlier, I thought it was pretty, the vibe was great to me.
Yeah, I think it was amazing. Like, the best thing about it was the network in the room, just to see the people who have been there for A.O.D from the beginning, and also people, new faces, and people looking to collab, and also people who want to kind of come on board and help fuel the dream. So, I mean, it was just dope to see those people with that passion in their eyes, and I heard from a lot of people that being there put the fire under them to kind of get that creative level going. So that's what I do events for. So to hear that feedback, that was amazing. I definitely agree that the vibes were on point. So,
and so in terms
ready
of
to do another one, not just yet, but it's coming.
that was actually going to be my next question. So in terms of the Views with Distorted kind of vibe, I definitely wanted to do another one in the future, and I know we have been planning one, not right now, like you said. But what are your plans for future events like that? Do you have any idea of what you kind of want to do in the future?
I definitely want to bring, as we said, since on the topic of just the setting the right type of tone for the event, and what Army of Dreamers stands for, which is motivating creatives, entrepreneurs, and artists of all kinds to chase their dreams and do it in a way that makes sense and creates revenue to fuel that. I would like to bring on people who specialize in different areas of what we try to highlight within the event. For instance, just, shout out to Jessie, the owner of Jessie's Bristles. She donated the canvases, or not the canvases, the easels, and a lot of the brushes. So I would love to bring her into some events where, we can operate on one end and open up that space for somebody out here doing it to operate and flourish as well.
So again, I talked about professionalism earlier. How has professionalism helped you as a small business owner network with other small business owners?
I think when you are professional, I think it gives you a level of respect. Um, it's not always the easiest thing to be professional because one, you work with people who may not be, and they might try to push you towards that way where you might get out of character, or you have people who you know they don't want to do anything unless you throwing money at them. So it's just a balance between respecting the artist and the artist respecting the brand or the company. And me being an artist and having a brand, I understand a little bit of both perspectives, so I'm able to walk in that space a little better than some. But also, I think there's been artists who've come to me and we've had a conversation and they understood why I set the event up a certain way. And if there's something I can offer the artist, then it might be uh, different negotiations that take place, but it's all about the relationship. So for me, being using my professionalism is more so second nature because I'm operating through a relationship that I already have with these people I'm pulling in to do this work. So we are already on the same page of the vision and the execution. So on both ends, it's a little easier for us to give a little bit and not just take.
Now, that's an interesting thing that you discussed there because earlier on the podcast, I did say I touched on professionalism in terms of how people use small business owners and they want things for free. So it's all about take, take, take. So, what would you say to an
hmm
unprofessional business owner?
I think a lot of times business owners are unprofessional, sometimes more than artists, just because especially when you have a brick and mortar business or a business that's, standing, once you have that, you use that as a form of leverage at times. And not all business people do that. I've worked with some great business people. Shout out to Idle a While who hosted the event or housed the event, I should say. But I think it's a balance with that as well. Sometimes the venue could thrive off of what that creative person is bringing to the space, and also the creative person has to understand what the venue has to offer. So it's all about that give and take. I think throughout any business relationship, the give and take is what defines the terms and conditions. And if you're giving way more, as far as the business may go, if the person coming in isn't aiding to it as much, then you're going to charge them more because your business is not gaining from that. But as an artist that will bring someone to a venue or who will who will shine a different light on a venue, it's definitely worth giving those artists more credit and helping them create that vision and solidify that to bring that crowd in that's going to in turn help that venue as well.
Right, and yes, thank you, Idle While, again for letting us use your venue, 6064 Channing Way Boulevard, Columbus, Ohio. 6064 Channing Way Boulevard, Columbus, Ohio. So if you're in Columbus, you need a professional venue, check them out.
What I liked about Idle a While being there, it definitely, to some people, they don't typically think you would throw an event outside of downtown in Columbus. But I think what was trying to be done with that event was definitely executed, which was bringing people in the city outward to these other areas. There's a lot of areas in the city that don't get the credit they deserve. There's a lot of creative people who don't necessarily go out downtown. So I wanted to kind of merge the two. And it's tricky because people don't always receive it well. But once in that space and you see the room and the people that the event brought out, you kind of forget um, the logistics of it that were being criticized, and they just operate in the same space, that creative space. So shout out to Idle a While for that.
Yeah, that was interesting in terms of the turnout, I thought as well. Like it wasn't downtown or like on High Street down where you typically see like the artsy people. And we had plenty of those there at the event. So Yeah, that was interesting. It was a great turnout in terms of that. So yeah, you did a good job, sis.
Thanks, bro.
All right, so
We did the thing.
we definitely did. We're gonna do it some more. uh, so just a quick, what did you think about Distorted?
She was great. She definitely came through for Ohio. I don't think she knew what to think, being that it was her first time in Ohio, but she complimented me many times on the hospitality that she received. And I had some amazing, amazing friends who show her a good time as far as just made her feel comfortable. And everybody was offering a hand if she needed it, whether it be with the setup or if it was helping her move around the venue. She sold a great amount of posters. People were ready to grab some Distorted merch. So the goal was executed. Like, that's what Army of Dreamers aims for, is to get these artists paid. And Distorted is definitely out here getting her money. And you bring in artists like that, they're only going to be received well. That's what we're trying to do, especially in Columbus. I know the artist bubble is really big. I know it's growing in Dayton. Cincinnati is getting there. Cleveland, Ohio in general is really on this entrepreneurial art bubble, and hopefully it don't burst for a while. Hopefully, when it do burst, it creates a bigger masterpiece.
All right. So, lastly, any words of advice for aspiring artists or aspiring business owners?
Yeah, I would tell everybody the same thing I tell myself every day, which is keep pushing, do what you love, make smart decisions. Everything doesn't have to be a split second decision, but when you have an idea, when you have a goal, make sure you write it down. Write down every little detail about it, every little detail when it comes to pulling together a dope event counts. Any little thing, whether it's a shade of light you want to use, whether it's a certain tablecloth, maybe you want to do candles, maybe you want to have a lineup that's tailored to a certain vibe or a certain feeling. So just write down your goals, keep them in mind, and also keep your head up. We live in trying times now, but at the end of the day, positivity prevails. You shine light in the dark places. So everybody just keep your head up and keep pushing. We on the climb, so let's get it.
All right, sis. You already know I love you. I appreciate you. Again, follow her at A.O.D Media Group on all of her social media platforms. If I don't see you on her social media platforms, I'm coming to find you. So follow her right now, A.O.D Media Group on all the social media platforms. Thanks, sis. I love you.
I appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. I love you too.
All right. Thank you for tuning in to the Link Podcast. Again, my name is Siege. Follow us on Facebook at The Link Entertainment LLC. Follow us on Instagram at The Link Entertainment LLC. And now on Twitter at The Link ENT LLC. Until next time.